I'm just going to talk you through basically what happens on when you're using Twitter. So I'm just starting on the basis of this is the opening screen. I'm just going to log in and usual thing, user ID, password, and you log in. And basically this is what you'll actually see in terms of the screen. Here's the tweets as we've seen previously, and profile, who to follow, and the trends, the top of the pops, and as I said, tweets here. So let's go ahead and do some stuff, which is to start with, let's explore what's under Connect. Under Connect is basically it's the interactions that you've actually had. So some people you'll see here at the top have actually followed me. Somebody's retweeted me. Somebody's actually sent me some stuff about something I said on a tweet. So it's kind of, you can connect and you can you can find out what your interactions were and everything else. So let's go back to the home, and in the home we can also go back to discover, which is something where we can see what the big stories in the day. And this particular story here is around Rebecca Brooks. There's some stuff about Phil Harrison, who's joining Microsoft. And there's other bits and pieces here where we can see there's hashtag biblical bans. Let's have a look and see what that's all about. Hashtag biblical bans actually brings us up a whole series of tweets around that. I'm not really that interested in. But let's say, for example, I'm interested in NHS topics. So I'm just going to put it here in I'm going to search and have a look and see what the top tweets around NHS. And there's a whole series of different bits and pieces here. So, for example, there's everything from this lady called Deborah Orr all the way through to NHS Lothian. And what do they do? I'm going to click on NHS Lothian. It brings up a little bit about them. It turns out I'm already following them. You can see it clicks to red when to unfollow, but I'm actually following these guys, and it also gives me an idea of they're being followed by a whole series of other people. And like we said before, lots of different things. You can, where it's highlighted blue, you can actually click and actually go through to people. So let's go and have a look at the 7 others who are actually following NHS Lothian. Here's all the followers in NHS Lothian. So, for example, there's the Guardian in Scotland. The Scottish Government's following the NHS Lothian. So a whole bunch of stuff, and these are people that I actually know, and I'm actually, as you can see, I'm actually following these people as well. So I'm a pretty happening person. So you can use Discovery to actually find out stuff and let's go back to the home and let's go right from the top and actually look at the search from here, and I'm actually going to have a look at NHS again. We'll find somebody that I actually want to follow, and we're going to go down here and say there's James Martin, who's a fundamentalist. There's no I in liar. I might want to follow him. Actually, I'm already following him. But let's go and have a look and see if we can find somebody. So let's have a look and say I'm gonna follow the social media in NHS. Okay, and this is a weekly chat to get the NHS talking about social media, how you can benefit, and it's by a whole variety of different people. I'm actually gonna follow this, and so the button there is follow. So I'm now following. Okay. So I'll actually be able to view more of their tweets to see what they're actually up to, what they've been tweeting about. This week's topics is how should organisations manage wiki information, and we could go and follow this debate if we use tomorrow from 8 p.m. tomorrow, which is the 14th of March, if we use the hashtag, hashtag NHSSSM hashtag, and we click on that, and it'll take us through and it'll show us all of the tweets which are under that. And there's a whole variety of different stuff that's actually there, and stuff that you can actually go in and have a look. I mean, the idea is, at this stage, is I'm trying to give you some ideas about how you use this stuff. Now, there was something we actually described earlier, which was talking about direct messaging. So, for example, what you do is you go along the top here. We've had a look at Connect, we've had a look at Discover, and we've used the search button here. Now we can go and have a look under this button, which is me, which is my profile, which you've seen before, and then I can talk. There's a thing called direct messages, and you go into direct messages, and it's a bit like, for those of you familiar with Facebook, not dissimilar. It's direct messages. It shows me all the messages I've got from different people, but it allows me to create a new direct message. And so I've just clicked on it, I'm coming down to it, and it'll auto-complete, so I don't have to worry too much. So I'm actually going to send a direct message to somebody that I know will always respond favourably. I'm sending it to a good lady, wife, and I'm actually going to send this. I'm going to say, hello, I'm training people now. Talk soon. And this message, being a direct message, will go directly to Leslie without anyone else actually seeing it. So it's like a private email. If I had replied, as we talked before, she would see the reply, but also other people would. So we just send that away, off, and it's off and away. And we can stay on here, and we'll probably get a response for about. But it's to give you an idea of how it actually looks. So it's not dissimilar to like the iPhone or some of the smartphone text messaging. Okay, so that's just about the simple things. Now let's have a little look at. We can go back to the home page, and it brings you right back to, and there's the profile, and there's the little box in which I can actually compose a new tweet, and there's also the box on the top here, on the top right hand side, which is compose a new tweet. I can do that as well. So let's just compose a new tweet, and I'm going to say, for the sake of argument, busy afternoon, creating training material. More later. And I'm going to so, and I could actually, if we'd had a hashtag for Project Ghandi, I would have actually just put in, say for example, we do create a hashtag, and we called it I could tweet that, and therefore anyone who's looking for Project Ghandi will be able to see it. So this is, as it happens, it's going out there to the world, and we should be able to see, there's the material. It's come back and says, busy afternoon, blah, blah, blah. And you could, if you will, you could reply, delete, you could open it, see more details. You could actually search on this. Let's just see if we've got Project Ghandi. We've only got one person, so that might be a good moniker to actually look at. Okay, so that's as simple as it needs to be for us in terms of creating material when you're actually on Twitter. So we've gone through the basic sign-in, looked at the whole process of tweeting, did a direct message. By all means, go and review this stuff again, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks again for watching.